You asked for it. Here it is. It's a podcast from Apathetic Enthusiasm.
We are.
We are so happy to be here. We are ready.
Are we?
We have not been more ready to do a show together.
I'm never officially ready to do anything ever. I'm always a little bit, right before we start anything. Chelsea, you've been practicing for this for the last 6 months. Are you ready? Oh no.
Oh no, this isn't Galaxy.
That's what you're doing.
Yeah, this isn't Galaxy Quest.
No, but I did have to turn my notes away from Galaxy Quest to today's movie for Our Real Relationships.
That's right. Our Real Relationships. Chelsea, why don't you tell all of our fans about the show?
All of them. Let me tell all of you that Our Real Relationships is about movies and relationships. And that's all you really need to know. We're going to talk about movies. And we're going to talk about the relationships that we have with those movies. We're a married couple, so we might talk about our relationship to each other. Yeah, that's unavoidable a lot of times.
We might.
Sometimes
Put
we
the
have
toilet seat down, bitch.
Is what he says to me. Sometimes our kiddo's on here, so we talk about our relationship with him.
Put the toilet seat down, you bitch.
You bitch. And we're always open to any of our friends or family coming on the show and talking to us about their favorite movies, or it doesn't even have to be a favorite movie, just a movie.
Put the toilet seat down, Travis.
But also, when you come to our house, bitch, put the toilet seat down.
It's the only political movement we're interested in is putting the seat down.
Oh my God, it's PTSD. Put the seat down.
Oh, what the fuck?
Oh my gosh. We're going to talk a little bit about what if a cartoon had PTSD today when we talk about.
That's a hell of a segue, Chelsea.
Thank you.
When we get to it.
Okay, pause.
Before
rewind.
we do that, hey, thank you all for your emails and your shout outs there on social media. If you want to get a hold of us, of course, you can go to OurReelRelationships@gmail.com.
Do it.
Send us more emails. Oh my God. With so many emails,
it's hard to sift through all of them.
We're basically drowning in the emails.
But I will never say no.
Nope. She won't.
I read every single one. It's like, do you want 10% off of this Instagram, something I'm selling on Instagram? Yes. Let me read this email from top to bottom.
You want me to buy this random Bitcoin that you?
Well, let me read this whole email first.
Let me do it.
We're changing the terms of our legal agreement. Would you like to read it? Yes.
Yes, please do. So please shoot us an email there. Also, we're on Instagram, Our Real Relationships. A shout out to Bob Carroll. Hey,
Bob.
Yeah, he commented on there. I don't remember the exact quote, but he was pointing out that he loved that we were pointing out Justin Long's filmography, his long filmography, which Bob's favorite movie is. Shout out to you, Chelsea. Zach and Miri Make a Porno.
It's his favorite movie, is it?
Well, maybe it's not his favorite movie, but his favorite Justin Long.
Oh, I see. Okay, what a Justin Long perv.
Yeah, you love Justin.
You love him.
I love him in Drag Me to Hell, which I know Bob loves because it's horror. So anyway, do go to Instagram, Bluesky. We're out there on bsky.social as well. But other than that, Chelsea, how the hell friggin' hell?
I'm doing the friggin' best.
That's awesome.
Because we watched one of my favorite movies, kind of like a post-birthday celebration of mine. We got to watch The Secret of NIMH. I love this movie so much. It is definitely one of my favorites. So I'm excited to talk about it today.
Yeah, Chelsea's birthday is right before mine. And we are kind of a little bit behind, but you don't need to know her birthday anyways.
It's July 30th.
Fuck. So we're catching up on some of these themed movies.
I'm still going through all the happy birthday emails from all of our fans.
It's true. My uncle reached out again. He's like, "Did you get my message on your birthday?" Like, oh shoot, yeah, sorry. And then my aunt also reached out. I was like, "Did you get my message on your birthday?" Yes, sorry.
But since they're only 2 days apart, they can wish us both a happy birthday at the same time. So it's kind of a two birds situation.
They can, and if they don't get a hold of you, then on my birthday they try to get a hold of me to also say, hey, did you tell Chelsea?
It's the equivalent of when you used to call a landline and then you just pass the phone around.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. But so this is your birthday movie. I'm looking forward to talking about it.
But you have the information for this week's charity, I think, pulled up. So I'll let you give that chat.
I sure do. So the charity for this week is the Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine. Their mission statement is they are dedicated to saving and improving human and animal lives through plant-based diets and ethical and effective scientific research. Chelsea, you chose this charity for this week. Can you tell us why?
Well, Secret of NIMH, if you don't know, if somebody doesn't know, is definitely about the ethical treatment of animals, particularly in the lab situation. There are a lot of rats that come out of NIMH. NIMH stands for the National Institute for Mental Health. And so they're in this lab and they're being experimented on. And watching this movie kind of makes you sad about that. Like, I do understand the argument for the need for that. But once you watch this movie, it'll make you feel bad.
Yeah. Yeah. So, okay. And because guess what? You're 43 years old.
Yes.
We are going to.
So are you now.
So am I. Oh, shit.
This movie
came out
in 1982,
which is our birth year.
It's the 43rd anniversary of the movie,
which means we
give $1. No,
we're not giving anything because they should be celebrating us.
I celebrate us.
$43.
That's right.
It's the Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine. That is our charity for this week.
Go to pcrm.org so that you don't have to remember the Physicians Responsibility for Physicians Commission for Responsibility in Medicine. I can't even remember.
Yeah, it's on the screen.
Yeah, but it's not in front of me. It's in front of you.
Oh yeah, you can see it because the camera's in there. Physicians Committee, PCRM.
That's right.
.org. Okay, so now going into that, the next thing we do always is drinks.
Drink.
I want to apologize to you this week, Chelsea.
Uh-oh.
I didn't plan on a drink as much.
Is it? This was a hard one to plan a drink for because it's rats.
Yeah, in every drink that they have, like recipes, it's like rat killer, rat blender,
rat juice,
which is kind of the opposite of what we're supposed to be.
Not the vibe we're going for.
Yeah. So this drink is
gorgeous for one.
Is made in a lab. Basically, there's vodka in it, some orange juice, some Sprite, splash of grenadine as is the usual, some cranberries in there, and then a red gem, which is the strawberry
to signify the amulet from Secret of NIMH.
Exactly right.
Well, cheers to you, sir.
Cheers to you.
It seems like you experimented with this. That's your lab contribution.
What this won't do is make you smarter.
It is delicious. It's very sweet. It is very sweet.
It is very sweet. Let me tell you, it is
Instead of grenadine, you could have used Chambord.
No, I
Chambord.
I barely put any grenadine in there.
What's so sweetness in there?
It's probably the orange juice.
So much orange juice, and it's sugar-free orange juice.
Because otherwise it would have been like very vodka-y, and it would have been more like a bitter martini. I tried a couple different versions, and better sweet than as bitter as it's going to be.
If you chat GPT, like, give me a drink that is themed towards Secret of NIMH, it comes with a bunch of like kind of phoning it in things where it's like Mrs. Brisby's
martini.
Vodka. Yeah, just a shot of vodka, but you could just call it whatever you want.
Shot of vodka, and then put a little label on it that says Mrs. Brisby.
I didn't know we could do that. I thought we had to do something that made sense, but no. You could just name it whatever you want and then put whatever you want in it.
And that's why I don't ask ChatGPT for anything.
Oh my gosh, I'm a very close relationship with ChatGPT.
Well, you use ChatGPT for prep on this movie.
I did. So anything that I get wrong ever, I blame ChatGPT or IMDb because that's where I'm getting my info from.
And the Mrs. Brisby juice we're drinking.
That's right.
So the movie this week is The Secret of NIMH. It was directed by Don Bluth, the great Don Bluth, in the year 1982, as we've talked about. So yeah,
it was his first time directing a film after leaving Disney. There was kind of a feud there.
So he was a Disney
for
guy
a long time.
Okay.
And worked on quite a bit of things that I'm sure are written down somewhere at Disney.
Yeah.
But then he felt like it was getting too watered down. And so he took like 11 animators and they started the Blues company.
Okay.
He wanted it to be more, I don't know the right word I want to say, substantive.
Yeah.
Like he thinks kids can deal with a lot more than Disney was dealing at the same
like more what I'll say about the movie is I don't remember ever having seen this movie. There's parts of it where I'm like, I've seen this.
Oh yeah.
But by and large I don't recall it.
I was so excited kind of to hear that you hadn't seen it, because then I can get like a really fresh review from you.
Yeah.
Like, what did you think? Because I like it so much. The last movie that I made you guys watch that I liked so much was Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and not a good reception. So was this a better suggestion than Buffy?
Yeah. And so talking about Don Bluth and him moving away from Disney, starting his own in production, him doing his own films and animation, in this being the start of it, I guess this is the first thing he really did.
This was the first movie after leaving Disney.
Okay. Like it feels Disney-esque, but there is a level of maturity in this movie that you don't see in Disney movies.
Sure. Even in the dialogue, I was noticing, they use the words like impudent and insolence and all this kind of like, really some good vocabulary words for young kids, and a very dark subject matter. A lot of deaths, kind of like Watership Downey.
Yeah. Think about this as from like a child's perspective. The movie starts off and there's no context whatsoever, and all you see is Nicodemus's hands. He's writing stuff, and the words that he's saying don't match the words that are exactly on in the book.
Right.
And then he goes through that whole monologue talking about Mr. Brisby, Jonathan Brisby,
mm-hmm.
and then it cuts and it's like the Secret of NIMH. Now let's switch to a random mouse that's doing her thing, and it's like
there's a lot of exposition in this movie. It's a lot of dialogue.
Yeah.
You have to really pay close attention, especially if you're a kid, to what all the details of the story.
But like the story doesn't start with the main character. It starts with not even like a direct image of Nicodemus, right? It's all like the only time you see his face is when it's a reflection in the amulet.
Mm-hmm.
You see his gnarled hands and all that type of thing, right?
I think when we were watching, I even wrote like, oh, it starts right in with Jonathan's death. Like that's the opening line is Jonathan died today. And so it's not fucking around.
No. And they don't cuss, but they might as well, because
they do say damn in it. I noticed.
Ooh, PG-13. It's not PG-13.
It's not.
PG-13 didn't come out until Gremlins.
Well, so speaking of that, I'll get to that part later. But it had something to do with animation in 2002. Remind me later.
Okay, you got it.
But so Don Bluth, he did direct only 11 animated films.
I mean, only 11? How here's what I'll say about animated films.
I thought it was more. That's why I say only 11. Like I would have thought he did like 30.
Before we started this, you said he didn't direct that many animated movies. And so I was like, oh, maybe everybody else directed it for him and he only did like 2. And so 11. No, to me
that's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot, because if you think about it, like even who did the Incredibles? Brad Bird. Right? He's only done 2, 3, 4 animated movies, right?
Okay.
Some of the other animation directors have only done a handful of movies.
That's true.
So to do an animation is different from live. Obviously, we know animation is different from live action. It takes a long time to create animation,
especially in 1982. And they were still using a lot of really old school techniques and I think they were using rotoscoping in this, and there's some of the last or one of the last films to use backlit animation. That's why everything glows.
Oh, okay.
So he was using a lot of really cool animation techniques and taking a long time to do these scenes. Like the scene where Mrs. Brisby's house is being hoisted up with all the ropes and everything. Apparently that scene was crazy intense to try to get everything looking so realistic. And took a long time to animate everything cell at a time, one page at a time, one frame at a time.
The scene that I was so impressed by, and we probably should say the plot of the movie after we do this, but the scene I was most impressed by was the tractor scene when Mrs. Brisby is stopping the plow from doing it. Right, you talk about rotoscoping. So for those who don't know. Sorry for brand-splaining things. Rotoscoping is
Tell me, I'm not officially sure.
Oh, yeah. Okay, let me brand-splain to you.
Just tell me like a normal person.
Okay, well, Chelsea.
Oh, God. Oh, no. Don't sigh out of contempt.
Idiot. Let's talk about this. No, so rotoscoping is like, it's taking...
Just call me an idiot?
What? No. The video of something and then animating over it. So drawing over it. So it's essentially what rotoscoping is like it's taking the video and it's animating over it to make it look animated. Now, so what they did was for that scene, I'm pretty sure most of it was rotoscoped, like all the tractor stuff, because the details of it are like phenomenal. But then you have Miss Shrew and Mrs. Brisby who are like jumping off and like doing some stuff. And you can tell like when it's rotoscoped and when it's animated.
Yeah, there's a difference in clarity in the animation.
And so I was really impressed by that little action sequence.
It's a cool sequence. But I think one of the issues that Don Bluth had with Disney was that they were leaning too hard on rotoscoping. As you know, like a lot of scenes, you can see that sometimes they'll have it on Instagram, like a side by side of like the dance from Snow White and the dance from, I can't think of the other movie that they use it in, but it's like the
White
exact
Snow.
same movements. Or the, in Jungle Book, Mowgli's walking along and skipping a stone or something. And then they'll show it right next to a scene from Winnie the Pooh or Christopher Robin's doing the exact same thing. And so I think he thought they were leaning too heavily on things like that.
Like shortcuts. So like asset shortcuts.
Yeah. Which can be, I mean, kind of genius to redo that, especially because you don't really clock it a lot of times. Oh, the dance scene from Aristocats. That's what it was. And also Snow White.
Yeah. Your dad's an animator. Some of the folks from Rick and Morty, I've talked to them about animation. And like Rick and Morty, talking about reuse of assets, they don't tend to reuse like props and background scenes, those types of assets from season to season, which is part of the reason why that show had taken so long in the past to do. Talked to one of the directors and he was like, because like we're doing new assets for every season, new props.
That's so impressive.
And so if you're doing that over and over, like, in Disney, you want to take some shortcuts. Like, let's reuse some assets because we want to get some more films out there for people. And, you know, it works.
So far removed from anything that I could even try to accomplish that it's very impressive to me, all the work that goes into animation.
Yeah.
But do you want to say the plot?
Yeah, let's talk about the plot. So there are rats and there are mice. There's a great owl.
Yes.
And Mrs. Brisby, her husband has died, Jonathan. Her child Timothy is sick, and she is trying to. He's got
the Brandon illness.
He's got pneumonia.
The pneumonia.
He's got the pneumonia.
Oh God, remember when you had the pneumonia
it was
then
awful.
We had to have our house
moved?
moved?
Awful. 105-degree fever. And so they live on a farm, Ferguson's farm. And Fitzgibbons, yeah, sorry. And they have a farming season and the plow comes, and so there's moving day. Well, moving day comes early while Timothy is trying to heal from pneumonia, and it starts a chain of events where Mrs. Brisby has to try to save her family.
And then the suggestion is have the rats help you move your home the other side of this huge stone in the garden and the farmland. And why can't I think of the word?
Lee of the stone.
The lee of the stone, the side that the tractor can't plow. So it can clearly plow one side of the stone, which is where their home is. They need to move it to the other side that the tractor can't reach.
Yep. And there you go.
And all the rats have come from NIMH. And so they're all genetically modified. They're really smart and they've got their own underground workings and electricity and all this kind of stuff. So they are equipped to help Mrs. Brisby move her home.
As they say in science fiction, any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. And I say that because the rats of NIMH have a lot of like Nicodemus is like doing like kind of like a lot of soothsaying, like foretelling the future. And then like when he's writing stuff down, he's kind of got like this magic powder as magic ink. All that seems very like enchanting or spiritual or which
fantastical, not just sci-fi fantasy,
right,
fantasy.
Right.
Well, I just did finish the audiobook. So none of that is in the book. I mean, like there none of that magical fantasy stuff. It's just straight up science in the book. And they do a really good job of making it seem very real in the book that the rats were able to achieve all this acts of, I don't know what I want to say, acts of convenience to make their lives more convenient. Yeah. They've even got carpet. Carpeted their cave, which is my favorite thing.
Yeah, they put the subfloor down, and then they get.
But they're like starting to grow their own food, and they are stealing electricity from the farmer. But their goal is to get to a place where they can have their own society, their own electricity. They don't want to be stealing from humans anymore. They want to just be their own society.
Yeah. So it
was based on a book.
Yeah.
The book is called Mrs. Frisby and the Rats of NIMH by Robert C. O'Brien, I think. Yes. And then they couldn't use Frisbee in the movie because of the Frisbee you throw.
Right.
There, where the Frisbee people got all upset.
Trademarked.
Yeah, they were like, TM. So they changed it to Brisby.
What I was wondering as you take a sip of your drink is what are we talked about the magic not being a part of the book, but what are some other differences that you notice from the book and the movie? This movie that you love.
Mm-hmm.
What are the key differences that you really
think Nicodemus spoilers? I don't think Nicodemus dies in the book. I don't remember that he dies in the book. And if he does, it's definitely not a big, huge, violent death like it is in the movie. Jenner is kind of the villain in the movie. And in the book, he is a character, but he's very minor and he's definitely not a villain. So there's no real villain in the book other than the Institute of NIMH. So that was one of the biggest differences. And there's no there's no rats wearing a wig in the book. That's my one breaks my was like my sense of belief. Like I'm totally into the movie, and then all of a sudden the rats are holding court, and they're like here, and it cuts to a rat, and he has like one of those old timey white curly wigs on. Wigs. Yeah, and I'm like, now wait a minute. I can't get on board with that. Where'd they find that tiny ass wig?
Any sufficiently advanced technology would not have wigs.
That was my biggest issue.
So you mentioned that Jenner's not a villain in the book. He's a character, but he's not a villain. Does the book have an antagonist, or is it more just like an exploration of these rats trying to have their own like little society?
Yeah, that's it. It's just this Mrs. Frisby does need to move her home. Her son is sick. She goes to the Great Owl. He tells her to go to the rats. The rats help her move her home. So that's the story. And then the movie it made it really exciting and really dark. And let's talk a little bit about, well, first of all, my question to you is, can you tell Do you know any other Don Bluth movies? Or could you guess based on the animation? It's not Ferngully. Stop with your Ferngully business.
Barto.
You mean Bartok?
Bartok. Well, Dragon Slayer. Dragon's Lair.
Yes.
So that's one, which is I love that game.
I have a note about that. Dragon's Lair is one of the first Laserdisc video games. Mm-hmm. I don't know what that means. I'm sure you'll tell me.
Yeah.
Arcade owners had to modify their cabinets because it was so advanced and ahead of its time.
Yeah. So Laserdisc.
And there's a movie that's been in the works forever.
You had Laserdisc.
Yes.
Your family had a Laserdisc because you're rich.
I know what a Laserdisc is, but like a Laserdisc video game on those big Laserdiscs. That's what the video game was on.
I think I don't know. I think so. I'm gonna look it up now, but I mean that's what Laserdisc is. But yeah, like that game was so cool because it was like it was playing a cartoon. Whereas like other arcade games, like at that point, I don't know when Dragon's Lair came out, but probably like 85, 86, 87, maybe. But you know, like you have Pac-Man, Miss Pac-Man, you've got Donkey Kong, you've got like Narc, you've got Rampage.
Narc. I don't know Narc.
Yeah, it's a fun game. It's anti-drug, but you kill a bunch of drug dealers.
Boo. Oh.
And then you have this game where the lights up and you got to hit in a direction. And if you don't do it fast enough, then the character dies. So start again. You hit the light at the right time.
That's Dragon's Lair.
Yeah, it proceeds to the next.
All I know about Dragon's Lair playing the game is that everybody just got real mad at it real fast because it's so hard.
It is very, very hard. So like the
I had the little golden book. You remember little golden books? Oh, okay. They had the little golden binding on them, and they would. Anyway, I had a Dragon's Lair little golden book.
Oh, those ones. Yeah. I had the Giant and the Stone. It was a Mickey one.
Oh, I like that one.
Yeah, I bought that for Tim because it was his. I remember him having that. But anyway, so what other Don Bluth movies are there?
So American Tail, Land Before Time,
Fievel Goes West.
Yes, Fievel Goes West. All Dogs Go to Heaven.
Land Before Time.
And he never won any awards because the animation category of the Oscars didn't come about until 2002. That's why I wanted to tell you earlier. Well, yeah, once not Beauty and the Beast, maybe Little Mermaid.
Oh, I thought it was Beauty and the Beast.
I'm thinking of just like, you're right, Beauty and the Beast, because I was thinking of Disney like hitting their Renaissance era, and I think it started with Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
Which was in 89. But I think then Beauty and the Beast maybe was it the first one to win the animation category?
Because I think didn't they put that in for Best Picture?
It's possible.
And then they're like, we don't want to compete with animation. Make its own category.
Yeah, we can't compete with animation because it's too fun.
Yeah, it's too fun. The just a really side note on animation. There's so much you can do with live action. You can explore so many different worlds, right? But with animation, it is your imagination, and you can make it in anything. Like Pink Floyd, The Wall. At one of the songs they're singing "Goodbye Blue Sky."
But it still has to be good because Don Bluth also did Troll in Central Park and like The Penguin and the Pebble, and those movies aren't great movies.
No, I'm not saying all animation is great. Smurfs movie that just came out. What I'm saying is that like your imagination can be explored and expressed in a much more fantastical way.
Yes.
In animation than you can in live action time. Right?
That's true.
Like I can imagine myself
limited
in a dream world more in animation than I can in real life, except David Lynch, which those are nightmare fuels.
Yes, indeed. That being said, a lot of the Don Bluth movies are kind of like very much like based in real life. You know, that All Dogs Go to Heaven and Secret of NIMH. They're not based in real life, but like they're based on real things.
I'm sorry. Some people do believe in heaven. That is a real life thing for you. So,
and it has a very realistic look to all of his movies. So they don't look at, like you talk about The Wall. That looks like a dream. A lot of Don Bluth movies look very real.
Yes, and I think that's what sets Bluth movies apart from Disney. I was just looking at the backgrounds, looking at the foregrounds, looking at the detail of the characters and how they move, how they're
gorgeous.
Even like very subtle details, like when a character comes from outside into the inside and it opens up a curtain and then the light changes on them as they come in and now they're in shadow. It's such a subtle thing, but not saying Disney and Pixar and DreamWorks don't do that, but it's so much more detailed.
It's very thoughtful.
It's nuanced. Yeah.
Yes.
And I don't use that word often.
No,
Kelsey.
you say it at least once a day.
Yeah. Well, that's a nuanced kind of opinion.
You love nuance. And then, so Land Before Time came from a Pizza Hut commercial that Don made this Pizza Hut commercial about a family of dinosaurs and was like, we should make a movie like that. So that's why they made Land Before Time.
Not the mama.
No, not that dinosaur family.
That was Littlefoot.
I love Land Before Time. I should make you watch that one next.
Yeah, that's next birthday. Bluth birthday. That's our new
Bluth Day.
We can only do 11 seasons of this show.
11 seasons.
Yeah, of this show.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm good with less than that. We don't have to do 11 seasons of this show.
Well, no, because you like Bluth birthday, then you did 11 movies. Well, okay, so only 10 more seasons.
This has to go on for 10 more years.
As long as you're alive.
Oh, so not that long.
Wow, geez.
Did you hear that I'm 43? Plus, we have a drink every week we drink
every week.
Yes, that's right. I just drink once a week.
So you tell me, so we're talking about relationships, your relationship to this movie. Obviously, it's your birthday movie.
Yes.
You love this movie.
I love it so much.
Tell me, because I don't know this much about you with regard to the movie. Like, tell me about your relationship with this movie.
Really appreciate a dark, serious animated movie. I don't know what that says about me. And I don't like to say adult animation because that makes it sound like I listen to anime porn. But I
watch Adult Swim. Oh yeah.
I know they'll call it like I like Futurama. They'll call that adult animation. But it's still funny and light. I really appreciate an animated movie that can be serious and make you feel something, that can be done without talking down to kids. So it's done in a way that adults can enjoy it, maybe even more than kids can.
Okay. At what age?
I always loved horror movies, and this is basically a kid's horror movie. Like it's there's so many scary parts in it.
Yeah. What age did you around what age estimate did you see this movie?
Young. I would say 3 or 4. I remember watching it, and I've seen it a ton of times. I love it so much.
And there are scary parts. I think
those are the best parts sometimes.
Yeah, like the owl. Yes. The owl, the whole great owl portion. If you watch this at 3 or 4, I can see why kids would be afraid of that.
Mm-hmm.
And like
I'm down for a movie that makes parents think twice about showing it to their kids.
And we talked about Bob Carroll being scared of horror movies. That didn't turn you away from horror. Like this great owl stuff, all this scary stuff, you weren't like at 3 or 4 like, I'm so scared, I don't want to watch this anymore.
No, I was fascinated by it, and because it looks so real, it's even scarier. The great owl is voiced by John Carradine. Could you tell that when you were listening?
I could tell when I looked at the credits.
Okay, cheater. John Carradine, of course, the father of all the Carradines. There's a ton of Carradines. There's Keith Carradine. There's Robert Carradine. There's another one that I'm missing.
Carradine.
David Carradine.
Uh-huh.
But John Carradine is the big daddy. And he played Dracula in 1944 and 1945 in House of Frankenstein and its sequel, House of Dracula. And then he played Dracula again in 1966 in Billy the Kid versus Dracula.
Classic Billy the Kid adventure.
His voice is amazing. It's so deep and rich, and he does such a great owl, and he makes it so scary. Ugh, it's good. Good stuff.
Yeah, the owl scenes are really, really good, and that big ass spider that's threatening
that spider is the scariest scene, and it has nothing to do with any of the other parts of the movie. There's just
scary. The only purpose it's there for is to show something scary, and then to have something even bigger and scarier crush it.
He crushes it and goo comes out. Yeah. It's not even just like a light kid-friendly crushing a spider.
And then he eats a moth. But the spider is scarier.
The spider's way scarier.
Yeah, but he eats a moth.
And it's aided by the music by one Jerry Goldsmith. Yeah. He does such a great score. Such scary music. I recognize some of his
motifs.
Yes, thank you. Mm. Is the motifs that he has in there.
His Goldsmith flourishes.
We've talked about Goldsmith before. Do you remember what movie that that he scored that we talked about on this podcast?
I know we've talked about him before. Let me go through all the movies that we've covered.
No, it's First Blood.
First Blood, yeah. Part 1. That's right. Yeah, Jerry Goldsmith, First Blood Part 1, and Planet of the Apes.
But we didn't watch Planet of the Apes.
No, but I'll say this: before we started watching the movie tonight, you mentioned like it's kind of got like a Planet of the Apes thing with the rats becoming smarter from NIMH.
Yes, that's true.
And them wanting to do their own thing.
Just have it on your mind.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, Jerry Goldsmith. Oh, we just talked about Planet of the Apes. That's cool.
I didn't remember that he did Planet of the Apes, so good on you.
Yeah. Avant-garde.
Because I always just remember that he did like Poltergeist, Total Recall, and maybe Star Trek, the first motion picture.
Yeah, maybe.
I can't remember. LA Confidential.
Oh, yeah.
You love that movie.
I think they went to him for The Exorcist, and he's like, no. And then that's when they went to the other guy who did the...
Well, he won an Oscar for The Omen.
Yeah, I think that's why they went to him for.
But I cannot think of the Omen song to save my life right now. So,
Carol the Bells, or
that's Exorcist.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, he won an Oscar for The Omen, but the music in it is so good. Although I'm not a huge fan of the actual song they have. Yeah, like
Flying Love or some
love.
Shit.
It's like Flying Dreams.
Yeah, that's right.
The words make no sense. It's a cuckoo song, and it's too soft for the movie, in my opinion.
I don't like when themes for movies don't have anything to do with the movie. Yeah. Now I'll say that Arthur maybe has too much to do with the movie, but you
don't want it to be too on the nose. You don't want it to have nothing to do with it. It needs to have a subtle nod.
Here's
nuance.
Nuance. Oh yeah. Here's my song lyrics for a Secret of NIMH song that I would rather see.
Okay.
McDonald's has McNuggets. Barbecue sauce is good.
Nice. Right? I like it.
Yeah.
I can see that.
The theme to Secret of NIMH.
I thought you were gonna say she's just a mouse.
Just a small town mouse. Her husband died from a cat.
There are a lot of good voices in this movie, and the ones that I'm going to talk about the least are as follows.
Will
Wheaton is a little young boy doing a little young mouse, and Shannon Doherty doing
R.I.P.
Yes. They're in it. That's all that I'm going to say about that. They have their little cameos in there as their children's voice.
Word Up.
What?
Sorry, that's the Cameo sings that song Word Up.
Oh, like the pretty ladies around the world.
Word up. Sorry. Okay,
the guy that does the voice for Justin.
Oh yeah, your crush.
I have had a crush on this rat since I was a toddler.
Tell me why you have a crush on Justin the rat.
He's so handsome, and he's so sweet to Mrs. Brisby. And he's the coolest rat in the whole thing. Definitely. Like there's the little old man, and then there's the villain, and then there's the really old mystical man. So Justin is definitely the coolest of the rats. And he's voiced by a man named Peter Strauss that I'm not even very familiar with. So I don't even have that much, except for that he was in Rich Man, Poor Man, and I never saw that either.
Yeah,
I had a crush on that rat. One of the ladies that I used to work with at the Tinker Air Force Base Library. No, she had a crush on the fox from
Fox and Hound.
Not Fox and Hound. What's the other Disney? Robin Hood.
Oh,
that was her crush, and so we had a bonding over having a crush on cartoon animals.
She had a crush on Robin Hood when he was pretending to be an old beggar.
I was like, honestly, Carla, I get it, because I had a crush on Justin the rat, and she had a crush on Robin the fox.
Yeah, as you're talking about that, I'm trying to desperately think of any cartoon character I've had a crush on.
All weird boys have a crush on like Lola Bunny, the Bugs Bunny's female counterpart.
Nobody has a crush on Lola Bunny from Space Jam.
I remember boys when Space Jam first came out being like, she's hot.
No, look, saying a character is hot is different from
a crush.
Having a crush.
Oh,
yeah.
It must be more nuanced to them that I don't know about.
That would bang so many cartoon characters.
Would you?
But
is that why you watch Rick and Morty? Because you're waiting for the Summer and Beth?
No, Summer's 17 in that. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, but they sexualize her quite a bit.
They do. But no, Sarah Chalk, I would rather Beth. So no, like it's not cartoon characters for boys. It's not a relationship thing, you know. It's just a summer fling for Jessica Rabbit.
Oh, Jessica Rabbit. That she's at least a human in the cartoon world.
But also like a man.
Oh, what was her name? Lena Hyena. Yeah. That's her name. Come to Lena. Yeah. I think that if it has boobs, then boys are like, I like that character. But Justin doesn't have boobs. He just has integrity.
Yeah. Kim Basinger in Cool World.
I could see that. She plays Hollywood.
Yeah. Oh, that's stupid. Cool World must be a stupid movie.
That was the first time that I realized Brad Pitt was handsome, though. And I was young when that movie, like, what were we, like 12 or 13 when that movie came out?
Yeah, 94.
And I remember saying to my mom, like, that's a handsome man, Mom. So that was the first time I felt an attraction to it. Like, what? This isn't a kid my age. He's not in sync or whatever. He was like an older man.
Yeah. I felt that about In Vogue, which is basically around the same time.
Really? All four of them? Or just the song?
Whatever. They're all wearing short skirts.
Okay, see?
And they're like, never going to get it. I'm like, yeah, you're right.
You're probably right. You bet.
But that's going to make me try harder.
Oh, good. That's what a woman wants. She says, no, thank you. And he's like, I will try harder.
Ooh, you're setting me up for a challenge. If
Justin had turned me down, I would politely say, okay, you're no problem, Justin.
It's okay. You're a small rat and I'm a full grown adult.
Okay, in this story, I'm Mrs. Brisby.
Okay.
I was like, come on, Miss Brisby, hump him. He's hot.
Getting away from that.
We are sorry. We digress. The voice of Dom DeLuise gets me every time. Yes. He voices the crow, Jeremy. And his voice is so full of joy, and I can't listen to him or watch him in anything without smiling.
Do you know what his birthday is?
Is it mine? Is it the same as mine?
Nope.
Is it the same as yours?
Yep.
Oh, poop. I missed it by 2 days.
I share a birthday with Dom DeLuise.
Oh, you lucky guy.
Yeah.
He seems like a cool guy.
It's up on my wall.
You have a paper there that tells you who shares your birthday?
Yeah, the president was.
I know
Reagan.
Mine is Lisa Kudrow and Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'm pretty sure have my birthday.
Ooh.
I know. Sorry, excuse me. Dom DeLuise, of course, everyone knows him from Cannonball Run. Of course, everyone knows that. That's what he's in.
Is that where I remember him from?
He's in Blazing Saddles, where he's like, stick out your tush.
Give it a push.
He's also in American Tail.
Mm-hmm.
And he's also in All Dogs Go to Heaven.
He's a good voice actor.
These are all Bluth films. He's also in Central Park. So he's Don Bluth pal.
Yeah, and the interesting thing that I knew about All Dogs Go to Heaven was because Burt Reynolds was in it.
And Cannonball Run.
And Dom DeLuise was able to curb some of Burt Reynolds's more
sexiness.
No, his diva-ness about voice acting. So Dom DeLuise actually helped get that movie made because he was friends with
Burt Reynolds thought he was too big to be in a cartoon.
Yeah, I don't know the exact details because I kind of forget them, but I remember reading about
You're
Dom DeLuise.
living my life right now.
Him out. Yeah. But so I thought that was interesting.
I do like that fact. I hope it's true.
Yeah.
That's a lot of facts. I think I've said this before. A lot of the facts I say, I don't know if they're facts or not. They're just things that I hope are true. But Dom DeLuise I think he ad-libbed a ton of his lines. They let him just go in Secret of NIMH. And that makes it even more lovable to me. He seems like he was just the happiest guy. He just laughs at nothing. He's not saying anything funny necessarily, but he's laughing in the middle of it. And that's what makes it funny. But I do say that line quite a bit where in NIMH where he's like, I'm in disguise.
Is Jeremy in the book?
Yes.
Okay.
He's not as funny in the book, but he's still kind of pretty close. Yeah, he is the comic relief.
Okay.
What I think is weird almost is that there's Jeremy, Jonathan, Justin,
Lots
Jenner.
of J's,
yeah, and there's even a couple more J's in the book that aren't in the movie. Nicodemus. That sounds like a bad word.
Lots of J's, yeah.
And I think I was thinking that as I was listening to the audiobook, how many J names there were. And I'm like, what's your problem, Robert C. O'Brien? Why do you have so many J names?
My father's name was Jay.
J. Jonah Jameson.
Homer J.
Simpson.
That's interesting.
Nicodemus was voiced by Sir Derek Jacobi. Speaking of J's. And he's played Hamlet on stage over 400 times.
Damn. Still? Is he alive?
I do think he's still alive. Oh. He was born in 1938. And he was, because he's in Gladiator 2. He's in Gladiator 1 and 2. He plays, I want to say Galactus, but that is not right. Oh. But it's like Galactus. Some kind of G name. And
Gracchus?
He also, maybe that. Gracchus.
Oh, he's Gracchus?
And then he also had he was in Good Omens. Yes, he's a senator. And he won an Emmy for playing a bad Shakespearean actor on Frasier. Like they've had this Shakespearean actor that they liked from their youth. So they had him come back and do some and they realized that he's just like terrible. He won an Emmy for that. So that made me like him a little bit more. Maybe he's got a sense of humor and stuff. There was something about, John Carradine. There was something about him is that he did a lot of Shakespearean stuff as well. And that one of the things I read about him is that he would just soliloquy randomly, uninvited, during dinner or something. He would just break into Shakespearean monologues. Like, that would be so annoying. I'm so glad I didn't know him or have dinner with him. You're like in the middle of a wonderful bangers and mash. I don't know what you're eating with John Carradine. I don't think he's British, but I just went there. And then all of a sudden he's like, yeah, and so yesterday I went to be or not to be. Like, oh shit.
Here he goes. Here he goes.
Again.
Henry the VIII. Come on.
It's not Henry the VIII.
That's not even a play. You can't write your own Shakespeare script and then soliloquy about it, man. It's Henry V, right?
I don't know.
It's some Henry movie. It's the one with where he kills all the people.
I don't know. This isn't a Shakespeare podcast. So I'm not smart enough for that.
Henry the serial killer. From who's the guy who's in all the who's in
Michael Rooker.
That's right.
Henry.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Portrait of a Serial Killer.
Yes, thank you.
Sorry.
That movie is effed up. That movie is not Secret of NIMH.
What? So getting back to Secret of NIMH, yeah. Good segue, Chelsea. Bringing that back.
It was a nuanced segue.
What do you? This being the first time I've seen it, what things do you want to know about from me? Like, what are you interested? What questions do you have for me?
Were there parts that you didn't like?
All of them. Okay. Next question. That was
hate
easy.
You. Divorce.
Wait. So say it again. I'll.
Were there parts that you didn't like?
The song.
That's it.
Yeah. Because I, as far as the animation, the plot, the pacing of it, I admittedly did close my eyes for a minute.
You almost fell asleep.
Yeah,
it is a not sleepy movie, it's got that dark. It's all very dark and it's calm, and the dialogue is very quiet. Could you watch this movie without subtitles? That's a question for you.
No. Well, at this point in time, I have a hard time watching movies without subtitles because I
ruined you.
Now I miss stuff. So
we had it turned up to 60.
I know.
And there are definitely parts.
And then when the Secret of NIMH subtitles came out, it was like the title screen came out. I was like, fuck. It was like that
Maxell commercial.
yeah. So as far as the scenes I didn't like, I liked the whole movie. It was just that the theme for this, it was like, this isn't good. This isn't good. It doesn't match the tone. But animation is so good, and it is mature. And you talk about mature animation. I love animation. I think when I think of
Thank you for not calling it adult animation.
Yeah. When I think of animation, there's a part of me as a nerd, as a geek, who has always been into comic books, has been into science fiction, been into fantasy, been into video games. And there's always been this kind of sentiment growing up. I don't think it's like this anymore for the next generations, right? But our generation was like, you watch cartoons, we watch all these cartoons, like, okay, nerd loser. But like Batman the animated series, X-Men, these shows were so good.
They don't treat kids like kids.
Exactly. And I like that about this. I like that about heavy metal. There's a well,
that is like more. That is for adults.
That is for adults. Wizards is another one.
There's very little nudity in Secret of NIMH.
Watership Down. There are these movies that they're animated movies. They're animated shows, and yeah, like there's probably like some sentiment of we don't want to let our kid watch like Simpsons, right? Like
I'm sure there's there's some of that for Secret of NIMH.
My grandma was like, I don't like The Simpsons. I don't like kids watching The Simpsons because it's teaching them bad morals.
Which grandma?
My grandma Bouchard. Which we won't get into that, but it was like,
can't speak ill of the dead.
Yeah, like really? This is bad morals?
This is what you're leaning on for what is teaching us bad morals, not the fact that we're watching the news every night.
And then go back to like Looney Tunes, right? Moving away from Disney, moving into Warner Brothers, Looney Tunes, Tom and Jerry, all these cartoons that like these things weren't made for kids.
Right.
They were made to play in front of whatever movie is happening in theaters. Mm-hmm. And like, okay, yeah, cool. And then it turned into a kid's thing.
That's right.
And I'm so intrigued by that, but I'm kind of getting around to it, away from what my point was. I don't remember what it is.
Well, that's okay, because I have another question.
Yeah.
And it is because you asked me if Jeremy was in the book. And so I was wondering if you felt like he was out of place in the movie. Did it feel like he didn't belong there to you? Is that why you asked me if he was in the book?
Yeah, it's not that he felt out of place. It felt like almost kind of like Disney-fying of a story to like, let's put a character in there for if there are kids watching, this will be fun.
Yeah, you got to have some little
levity.
Yes, levity. I like that word.
And so that's kind of how I felt about the character in there. And that's why I was asking about it in the book. And if he's in the book, he's not as funny. He's still kind of a comic relief. That's fine. But it's like, there's no other birds in the movie. Well, I guess a great owl, but that's not the point. But like no other birds.
There's no other birds other than the great owl, the biggest bird in the movie.
It's just rats and mice and then rabbits that run away. Up away.
Jeremy and Mrs. Frisbee in the book have a very good relationship. He is kooky and goofy, but he's very helpful and sweet and flies her all over the place, even though she's afraid of heights. And there's really great description of them flying around. And so he's a pretty major character in the book.
Yeah. Is he trying to hook up with her? It seems like there's a...
No, he's more looks at her like a mother figure, I think.
Okay. Because there's a couple times I'm like, are you trying to hook up with us?
No, but
she just lost her husband, bruh.
It made me feel pretty good about my own whiskers. That Mrs. Brisby is like pretty hot little mouse, and with her batting her eyelashes and everything. But I'm like, look at her mustache. And I realized that that's the difference in cartoons between a pretty woman and a not so pretty woman.
Eyelashes?
Like Auntie Shrew, has no eyelashes. She has whiskers and everything. But
Also a shrew.
She's also a shrew, yes. I'm trying
I
to
would do Mrs. Brisby. That's
Wouldn't you?
Yeah, I would. But I would give it a couple more months so she could like move on from her husband.
I'm not sure how much time had passed between her husband's death and then the start of her adventure.
Well, mice don't live that long, so it couldn't have been too long.
But that was the thing that was in the book that I never caught in the movie. So it was a good thing that I read the book, because all of their experimentation not only made the rats larger and smarter, but then they had like way more rats in the book, and then a very small little selection of mice. But then it made them live longer. And so that was why he didn't want to say anything to his wife, is because he was going to just be alive for a long time and she was going to die.
Oh.
So I didn't catch that until I read the book.
Okay. Yeah. And did you catch that at all in the movie?
I did this time.
Okay.
Because I read the book.
Understood. Okay.
There was a lot of stuff that I was noticing after reading the book that I was noticing in the movie, like, okay. I don't know that I knew all those details.
What else was missing as far as context?
There wasn't very much missing, but I liked that like when in the book it talks about their escape from NIMH. And so then when it shows their escape in the movie, it's very subtle, but you just see that they're using like a spool of thread, and that's what they use in the book. And there were just these things that weren't directly referenced, but just kind of in the background in
like
the
Easter
movie.
eggs,
yeah.
Almost.
That were in the book that I liked.
That's cool. Does it in the book or the movie? Maybe I didn't catch this in the movie. Does it suggest that the Brisby children are going to live longer because of their genetics with them?
Oh, that they didn't say about whether or not they were going to live longer, but they did mention that the children of the mice and rats that had been experimented on got some of their intelligence, which is why they know how to read better than Mrs. Brisby can. Yeah. And them all learning to read and everything, I thought was a really cool thing. They didn't go into details in the movie about it, but in the book they do, about how they learn how to read. What else? Oh, just like little things here and there I loved about the movie. They gave the owl a limp, which I just noticed this time around that I thought about it, that I was just like, what is an interesting choice. That's how old the owl is. He's got a limp.
Speaking of the owl, the cool little detail is when she realizes that there's an owl there and it's looking at her upside down.
Yeah.
And then he turns his head, but then it shows his head turning, but then the camera goes
his
back
POV.
Back to her, his POV, and the camera's turning.
I know, it's cool.
Like that's such a cool little detail that like you don't see that type of stuff necessarily anymore.
I think watching this movie as a kid, there's a lot of really cool stuff that you miss. And then when you go back and watch it as an adult, or when I went back and watched it again, which it's been quite a while since I've seen it. It's probably been a few years.
Yeah.
Maybe even longer, but it doesn't feel like that much time has passed because I know the movie so well. But there's just there's so much nuance. Wouldn't you say?
I would say that. Only once a day though.
I'll make up for it.
The question I have for you, kind of along those lines of what you're getting at, is like, there are those movies that they feel like they've just been a part of our lives, that like that they came out in like 94, and then we think about it like, oh no, those movies came out much earlier. And like this seems to be one of those movies. When we talked about it coming out in 1982, legitimately, I didn't think it came out in 1982. I didn't know it came back
not that long ago.
Yeah, I was like 87, 86, not 82, the year we were born.
I know.
So yeah,
I'm excited to talk to Dexter about it. We haven't yet. We've been waiting. So we'll do that for the PG-13.
That one will be a little bit delayed because he didn't want to do it right away.
Yeah, he's not feeling it tonight.
Not feeling it tonight. But then again, it is 11 o'clock right now. So
is it?
Yeah.
Oh my God, let's go to bed.
But what I want to say, Chelsea, is that we had the choice between Secret of NIMH and Weekend at Bernie's.
Yeah.
I'm very happy that we talked about this movie instead, because Weekend at Bernie's seemed like it would be just kind of like it. I like that movie. You like that movie. But I think this is a better movie for you, and it's a better movie for us because it is our birthday movie.
Yeah.
So I don't actually need a birthday movie.
Watching it.
I don't need a birthday movie. I'll do that next year.
But if you had to choose a movie for your birthday, what would it be?
Secret of NIMH. We get Bernie's too.
Nuance too. The nuancing.
Final thoughts for you on Secret of NIMH.
Let's re-mention the Physicians Committee. I don't know. I have it in front of me.
For Responsible Medicine.
For Responsible Medicine.
PCRM.org. Yes. We're donating $43. We heavily propose donate to whatever charity of your choice, whenever you can. But this is ours for this week.
Yes. And I'm so thank you for indulging me. I'm so glad that we got to watch this movie. I love this movie.
Thank you for
I might make it a yearly on my birthday movie watch, like how we watch Trick or Treat for Halloween, and we watch what's the Christmas one that we like?
Christmas Vacation.
Oh, the one where Santa Claus kills everybody.
Oh, Christmas Horror Story?
No, the other one where Santa Claus kills everybody.
Not Silent Night, Deadly Night.
No.
Violent Night.
Violent Night, yeah.
Yeah, with David Harbour.
Obviously, we watch that movie every year. It's like for the last 2 years. I might make it a birthday rewatch.
I'm completely down with that. And because for all you listening, I have so many like superficial traditions of like trick or treat on Halloween, Violent Night.
They're movie related usually.
4th of July, we watch Minority Report. Every Friday the 13th. Guess what? I start the day off and I watch, even if I don't watch them, I'm having them playing in the background all the Friday the 13th. Like, these are the things I do. And I always feel bad because I'm like, I'm a Twilight Zone marathon.
Do you always feel bad because you're making the holidays about you all the time?
Yeah. but I'm making them about me, and so I'm happy to make this one about you.
Thank you. And our joint birthday party that we just had the other day was Greek themed. Maybe Secret of NIMH themed next time. We just eat a bunch of cheese.
Yeah. And we set rats free into the streets.
Yes.
Like the Pied Piper of Northridge. Okay. Well,
right.
Thank you everyone for listening. Again, OurReelRelationships@gmail.com. Send us an email, our Instagram, our Bluesky. I'm at Barnyard Cruise on Instagram. You're at?
I'm on Instagram somewhere.
Tell to the Sea Cruise.
Yeah, you can find me, but I rarely am on social media. That's my bad.
You can also check out Apathetic Enthusiasm. This show is on YouTube ApatheticEnthusiasm or YouTube.com/ApatheticEnthusiasm. There's a playlist for Our Real Relationships. But yeah,
tune in a couple of days for Dexter's PG-13 edition, Secret of NIMH.
That's right. I'm excited to hear what he says and what you have to ask him.
I know. I'm excited to hear what I have to ask him too.
He's still young about the animation, so it's like teenage animation.
I'm going to ask him what he thinks about when Justin makes Miss Brisby take her clothes off. And he's like, "Oh, wait, you don't want your clothes to get caught on anything. Just take them off." And I'm like, "Hey, wait a minute, Justin.
Hey, wait a minute. Hey,
That's
wait.
tricky.
Wait, Justin.
I've been tricked by that before."
You have a thing for rapists. Yeah,
Let's
Justin.
not end like that.
I mean, that's what it is. Like, that's
Never
crazy.
touched her inappropriately. He just suggested that her clothes might get caught on something.
He's a voyeur, is what he is. I bet he has some chloroform in that rat brain of his. Anyways, okay.
Gross.
Thank you all for listening, Chelsea. I love you.
Love you.
And until next time, we will see you later.
At the movies, right? It stinks.
It stinks.
And all
But
other.
chloroform is scentless.
You mix ammonia and bleach. You need an ice bath.
No, that's mustard gas.